Good morning. It is Friday. It's January 6th, and I just finished the Disney 10K. Like yesterday, I'm going to give a little bit of a recap on what the race was. I did get my medal, 10K medal. It's actually nice. Got a little nut spinner. It's Chippendale, obviously. It's their race this year. So, couple of things about the race. One, significantly colder today than it was yesterday. I actually was shivering by the time the race started. It was unfortunate. I probably should have worn a long sleeve shirt, but sweating my ass off at the end. So I guess at the end of the day, it worked out just fine. Walking back to the car, however, after finishing the race, wet a little bit, I was cold. It was an odd thing. The temperature, even after the sun started coming up, the temperature was continuing to drop. According to my weather app on my phone, it says it's supposed to continue to get cold until 8 a.m., which is approaching soon. Couple things about the race. Interesting course, slightly different than they've done in years past. Kind of went out Epcot Drive, did a hard U-turn, kind of came back in through the parking lot area, entered in through the backstage area, little backstage, little on stage, then backstage again, then back on stage. I mean, it was all over the map. We ran around Crescent Lake, which is over by the boardwalk, and the Swan and Dolphin, and yada, yada, yada. One complaint I have. One complaint. If anybody from Run Disney sees this, thoughts for next year. Right in front of Jelly Rolls, which if you're not familiar with Jelly Rolls, it's like a piano bar dance club kind of thing that's over by the boardwalk. It's right over the bridge from the Dolphin, and they had the 50th anniversary iridescent Mickey and Minnie as the character stop right there, which is lovely. Awesome character stop. They should have had somebody telling people coming up over the bridge out of Beach and Yacht Club that they were there, because what was happening is it gets narrow as it goes in toward Jelly Rolls. It gets kind of narrow. Runners were coming in, seeing who it was, and then turning around. So as you were running down in there, not only was there a line off to one side, but then you also had runners coming back in the opposite direction. It's just dangerous. You're already on a weird concrete surface that's prone to possibly being slippery. It's a dark area. It's not incredibly well lit. And you're also just finishing climbing a hill. So some people that aren't used to running hills at all could be kind of tired. It's a bridge, but it's still a hill, and it's a little challenging for some people. So that would be my only complaint about that. Other than that, everything else about the race was wonderful. The other thing today, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm running for Team in Training, which is part of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Today was the first time that I had one of the coaches on the course. I didn't see one at all yesterday. I don't know if they were out there for the 5K, but I actually had a coach come up and run with me for a little while. Saw plenty of spectators that were there in support of Team in Training. They all were, giving the Go Team holler, and that was fantastic. It's one of the reasons I was really wanting to be a part of this group. I walked in this morning into the general cheer area, which is the kind of like the staging area before you go to your corrals, and somebody from Team in Training was there, and they're like, "Hey, we're meeting over there by that light pole. Go over there." And there was a whole group of people, and everybody was really warm and inviting. It was just a great experience. So all in all, wonderful race. Key thing. 10-minute, 39-second or so pace. I felt really good. Legs felt great. Never felt like I had to walk at all. I've been worried about it considering my knee. I will say my knees are both very tight walking back out of the car. I think because I sat in the car for 20 minutes driving back to the resort, by the time I got out of the car, they were a little tight. But other than that, I feel fantastic. Looking forward to the half marathon tomorrow. Going to pick up my wife in about 4 hours from the airport. I'll be leaving here to go pick her up. And then we have got a big fundraiser dinner tonight with Team in Training that we're doing over at the Contemporary Resort. So I'm going to shoot a little bit today. I'm going to try to also edit some of the stuff that I shot yesterday. It's not a lot because it was a very short time in the park. I want to talk in another video I'll do later. I do want to talk about the dinner I had last night at Toledo's, which is in the Contemporary Resort's Destino Tower, which is across the way from me. Fantastic. So thanks for watching the morning edition of the Daily Octane. Catch you guys later as I talk about some more stuff. It's great so far. Keep watching.